Peace and blessings, family, love and light. It's your brother, Omni, also known as Omnis. This is another session of Sunday Soul Sessions with your brother, all right? Now, today is scientific and historical literacy, as always, and we're going to be presenting some independent research and building on some things in regards to COVID-19 being the cause of immunological suppression around the world. There's a lot of sickness, a lot of disease, and we want to get to the bottom of this, family. Okay? So we're going to be touching on a few things this evening. So hope you guys are ready to build. And for all you guys who are tuning in, I appreciate the love and the light, your time and your energy. It's greatly appreciated. All right? So let's get down to it, family. We ain't got all day. I'm going to give you at least 30 minutes to an hour of building, though. That's what I promise. All right, so let's get to it. So we're going to be talking about today's topic is skin cancer and global warming. All right? The connection to skin cancer being driven by global warming. Global warming is the driver behind skin cancer. Did you guys know that skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the world? Not just in the US, but worldwide. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer worldwide, not just in the US. Okay, so it's a very big deal. In fact, it's such a big deal that in 2016, the government put into play policies and regulations. One specifically is called the Paris Agreement. All right? And the Paris Agreement is an agreement within the United Nations. All right? United Nations of Europe Framework Convention on Climate Change. All right? And it's dealing with greenhouse gas emissions, mitigations, adaptation, and finance. And this was signed in 2016. And it went into effect November 4th, 2016, the same day that Donald J. Trump was elected, okay? The same day that Donald J. Trump was elected, the Paris Agreement went into effect. And it's about fighting the changes of nature, all right, which they call global warming and climate change. Now, my discrepancy with that is nature being very important as to, why we live. Oxygen, from the trees, the carbon cycle, the hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen cycle, okay? So we need nature to do certain things for there to be life, family. So I'm trying to understand how they're trying to fight nature. So we're going to get into it. So climate change. Let me give you another definition. This is by Oxford Dictionary. Now, climate change is a change in global or regional climate patterns, in particular, a change apparent from the mid to the late 20th century onwards, all right? And it is attributed to largely the increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide produced by the use of fossil fuels. So they're saying that it's the fossil fuels that are responsible for the release of atmospheric carbon dioxide, okay? So they want to decrease the carbon emissions, okay? That's what the Paris Agreement is about. Decreasing the greenhouse gases and the carbon emissions, which are conductors of light, the natural elements created by the earth that are naturally abundant, and they help to conduct radiation from the sun, and that results in heating up the atmosphere, okay? So they want to decrease the carbon emissions so they can decrease radiation levels, all right? So, appreciate the fam that's in the building. Love and light, peace and blessings. We're going to get down to the fun facts. I got some fun facts for y'all for this evening, so check me out. So, a greenhouse gas, right, is a gas that absorbs and emits radiant energy within the thermal infrared range. All right. Now, greenhouse gases cause the greenhouse gas effect. All right. The primary greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere are water vapor, carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, nitrous oxide. All right. And that's by Wikipedia. So I'm going to give you guys a few references as I go into the reading. All right. So now this is an article by Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine. The Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine. Peace and blessings, family. Love and life. Appreciate you for chiming in with me. So we're gonna this is an article, you guys, from the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine, okay, by A.K. Baratar and R.J. Turner. And it says climate change refers to the global shift in weather patterns occurring over long periods of time. All right. Now these changes encompass temperature, rainfall, wind speeds, cloud cover. Climate change has accelerated rapidly in the past half century, while the international focus has been concentrated on the environmental and economic consequences. Okay. Now, the effects of human diseases such as skin cancer have been relatively underrepresented. This is what's said by the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine. Okay, not just Brother Omnis, but other researchers. Okay, peace and blessings. All right, so let's go down, see what else they got for us. Now, the most common types of skin cancer is basal cell carcinoma, BCC, squamous cell carcinoma, SCC, and which is melanoma. And it says here that exposure to ultraviolet radiation is recognized as a risk factor in all three malignancies. Okay, that's BCC, basal cell, SCC, squamous cell, and malignant melanoma. And it says approximately 90% of skin cancers are non-melanocytic. The vast majority of these are BCCs. Okay, so we know that the BCCs are a form of deadly skin cancer. All right, just like the SCC and the melanoma. All right, so BCCs are commonly known as rodent ulcers. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever seen an ulcer, but it's like the deterioration of cells and tissue that leaves like a gash-looking effect in the body. It says that these usually arise in the sun-exposed areas of the body and have a propensity to cause extensive local tissue damage. All right. Now, patients with these malignancies are usually fair-skinned and tend to burn rather than tan in sunlight. And we know, according to chemistry, that physical objects absorb and reflect sunlight based upon chemical composition. All right. Now, it just said that people with fair skin tend to burn rather than tan in sunlight. So when you see people turning red, that's not necessarily tanning. That's an immunological reaction of the cells that is letting you know you are being damaged. Now, if you have melanin, you have a different biochemistry. And like we said, physical objects absorb and reflect sunlight based upon chemical composition. So it is your biological chemistry that is responsible for the absorption and the reflection of sunlight. So depending on your genes, it's going to determine how you interact with the light of the sun. Okay, peace and blessings, family. Love and life. Let's get down to it. Let me see. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Anna Rothschild. Now, Anna Rothschild is a member of the Royal Rothschild banking family, and they started the first world centralized banking system in the 1760s. Okay, and they're one of the wealthiest banking institutions in the world. All right. Now, Anna Rothschild and Megan Rothschild has been promoting melanoma awareness around the world to other Caucasians, okay? Trying to educate Caucasians about the risk factors of being in the sun and tanning beds. So melanoma is said to occur from tanning beds, which is a form of radiation that's artificial, but also from sunlight, okay? So now, let's get into some skin cancer foundation facts and statistics, okay? Let's see what we got. Now, an estimated 90% of skin aging is caused by the sun. This is by the Skin Cancer Foundation, all right? You can look this up anytime, Skin Cancer Foundation. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the United States and worldwide, all right? An estimate 90% of skin aging is caused by the sun. That's also by Skin Cancer Foundation. People who use sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher daily show 24% less skin aging than those who do not use sunscreen daily. So the SPF is a man-made chemical that reflects sunlight. Like we said, chemistry determines whether sunlight is absorbed or reflected. That's a man-made chemical compound that reflects light of the sun, okay, for people with low pigment, all right? So by them wearing sunscreen, that reflects sunlight, which in turn makes it to where they age a little bit more gracefully, all right? But with melanated people, you need sunlight to regenerate your cells, all right? Because we have different structure and different functionality genetically. So we got to keep that in mind, family, all right? So, sun damage is cumulative. Only about 23% of lifetime exposure occurs by age 18. That's also by Skin Cancer Foundation. 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer by the age of 70. All right, peace and blessings, family, love and light. More than 2 people die of skin cancer in the U.S. every hour, family. More than 2 people die in the U.S. of skin cancer every single hour. Now, I knew about melanoma, skin cancer, BCC, and SCC, all right? But I didn't know it was that serious like that, family. It said 2 people every hour in the U.S. Now, in the U.S., it said that 9,500 people are diagnosed with skin cancer every day. 9,500 people are diagnosed with skin cancer every day. And we going around here talking about coronavirus, all right? We going around here talking about coronavirus, and 9,500 people are diagnosed with skin cancer in the U.S. every day, okay? We got to keep that in mind, family. What is the cause, the root cause of immunological suppression in the world? There's a lot of sickness and a lot of disease. Is global warming real? Is it a real factor, family? Is heating up the planet beneficial for everyone? Or is it beneficial for melanated people? Or is it beneficial for non-melanated people? So I'm going to let y'all make that determination. But I'm going to just go through a few fun facts. All right? So, now, more than 5.4 million cases of skin cancer, family, were treated in over 3.3 million people in the U.S. in 2012. Okay, more than 5.4 million cases of skin cancer were treated in over 3 million people in the U.S. in 2012. So we see a spike in skin cancer around year 2012, family. All right. Now it says right here, more people, and this is still by American. Let me see. Let me go to make sure it's the right reference. This is by Skin Cancer Foundation, family. Make sure y'all looked it up. Skin Cancer Foundation. You can get all these same statements that I'm telling y'all right now from this website or any other website that's building about skin cancer. All right? This is general knowledge. We just got to research it. Let me see what we got. So y'all see those numbers, family. That's crazy. I didn't even know skin cancer was that bad. They said that's the most common form of cancer in the U.S. and worldwide. So we can't say that it's just COVID, family, that's causing immunological suppression. It could be nature. It could be the sun, because the earth is warming up. All right? So, now the latest figures suggest that more than 15,000 people die of squamous cell carcinoma of the skin in the U.S. each year. Latest figures suggest that more than 15,000 people die of squamous cell carcinoma, which is a form of skin cancer, in the U.S. every year, family. Okay, more than twice as many for melanoma, but they're all forms of skin cancer. Incidence rates of Merkel cell carcinoma are rare and aggressive form of skin cancer, increased by 95% from year 2000 to year 2013. All right, incidence rates of Merkel cell carcinoma, a rare and aggressive form of skin cancer, increased by 95% from year 2000 to year 2013. Okay, now it says here that an estimate 196,060 cases of melanoma will be diagnosed in the U.S. in year 2020. Okay, an estimate 196,060 cases of melanoma will be diagnosed in the U.S. in 2020, family. All right. Now, this is nature is the cause of this. Nature is the root of this. Not man. It's not man, like they say, family. Okay, radiation. The first form of radiation is sunlight. Now, I understand that we have modern technological devices and advancements, but those technological devices are replicas. All right, systems created from observation of nature. All right, the sun is the first form of naturally occurring radiation, family. All right, so we can't forget that. Now, it says in the past decade, from 2010 to 2020, the number of new invasive melanomas cases diagnosed annually increased by 47%. All right, and again, this is by Skin Cancer Foundation, family. All right, there are other sites where you can gather information about skin cancer as well, and I'll be sure to try to get those references to you guys. Let me see what else we got. Now an estimate 6,850 people are said to die of melanoma. All right, in 2020. Of those, 4,610 will be men, and 2,240 are said to be women. So I believe that it's slightly higher in men than women. All right. And I guess that's because the XX chromosome has more genetic information than the XY. So maybe that has something to do with that. So ultraviolet UV radiation is a proven human carcinogen. Okay. Now, carcinogens are chemical compounds and man-made substances that induce biochemical reactions of the immune system, which in turn causes cancer. All right. Now, carcinogens can occur naturally or unnaturally. All right. So they say right here that UV can be a human carcinogen, but so is mashed potatoes. Okay. So is I'm saying pork, which is a hybrid animal, a hybrid organism. Okay, a lot of things we do is not good on a massive scale because we're being led by people who have a world philosophy of unnaturalism. So we practice inorganic chemistry, inorganic medicine. Okay, and this way of life is negative for melanated people. We're organic, then we We must live organic. We must understand what it is to be organic, family. Okay? So we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right, family. So it says right here, the International Agency of Research on Cancer, an affiliate of the World Health Organization, includes ultraviolet UV tanning devices in its Group 1, a list of agents that are cancer-causing to humans. All right? Now, Group 1 also includes agents such as plutonium, cigarettes, and solar UV radiation. All right? So, UV radiation tanning devices were reclassified by the FDA from Class 1 low risk to Class 2 moderate to high risk. Okay? Those devices were reclassified on September the 2nd, 2014. All right? It was reclassified from low risk radiation to moderate to high risk, September 2nd, 2014. So this radiation is harming certain people, family. That's what we understand so far. Out of all the information that we read, that we covered, we see that radiation is negative and harmful for certain individuals. So we can admit to that. All right? I hear them talking about the COVID, but we gotta keep in mind that there are other means and other ways of immunological suppression, not just viruses. Okay? A virus is one way that the immune system can be compromised, but not the only way. So that's my discrepancy. And global warming and climate change is still happening, family. So, you know, we gotta get into that. We gotta look into that. So it says that more people develop skin cancer because of indoor tanning than develop lung cancer because of smoking. So tanning beds are said to develop skin cancer, right, and lung cancer more commonly than smoking cigarettes. All right, because you know, white people want to get tan. They want to, you know, get a little color to them, and they want to, you know, they want to, you know, be in our likeness on the low, even though they don't rock with us like that in real life. You know, they must want to be like his family, but we already naturally tanned, and it's called melanin. And once you have melanin, you have been granted access, a direct connection to cosmic energies, okay, to heavenly energies. So that's like approval of nature when you're melanated, all right? So we got to understand that is a blessing to be of the melanin nation, family, okay? So photosynthesis, all right, is the process in which green plants and certain other organisms transform light energy into chemical energy, all right? During photosynthesis in green plants, light energy is captured and used to convert water, carbon dioxide, and minerals into oxygen and energy-rich organic compounds. So photosynthesis is a method in which light energy is converted into chemical energy, all right? The same way that you see plants you know, go from certain stages like germination, you know, pollination, and the flowering, the vegetation stage, okay? You're seeing a seed go from a seed to accumulating more mass from interacting with radiation from light. So light is converting itself into a materialized condensed form, all right? And being expressed through nature, through this process, family, called photosynthesis. Not the artificial form, but a naturally occurring form of thermochemical energy conversion. So when we're interacting with sunlight, it's a process that converts the light of the energy of the light of the sun into chemical energy. So that's what the process is about. And if you develop melanoma skin cancer, squamous cell skin cancer, or basal cell skin cancer, it's a biochemical incompatibility, family, okay? So that's all it is. Biomass, okay, this is by EIA.gov. It says that biomass contains stored energy from the sun. Biomass as in biological mass, all right? Biomass contains stored energy from the sun. Plants absorb the sun's energy in a process called photosynthesis, all right? When biomass is burned, the chemical energy in biomass is released as heat. So you have the condensation of energy, and then you have the vaporization of energy, or the release of energy in the form of heat, all right? Materialization, and then you have the opposite of materialization, all right? So we know that melanin is a biochemical compound found present in people of African descent, all right? In all people, but it's found in the highest concentrations in people of African descent family, okay? And that's for a reason, because we are the organic people. We are the original people, all right? So there were no Egyptians who were non-melanated, living near the magnetic core, building pyramids, okay? To live in that type of environment where you're getting radiation from the ground and radiation from the sky, you have to be a melanated individual. You have to be able to withstand the light of the sun, family. So that's just basic science, okay? Not racism, but science, family. It's not even personal. We're just trying to get down to the bottom of the facts, of the fun facts. So, let me see. See what we got. So, by curemelanoma.org. This is by curemelanoma.org, family. It says melanoma is the deadliest of skin cancers, all right? Rates of diagnosis from the disease have increased dramatically over the past 3 decades, all right? Outspacing almost all other cancers, all right? Today, it is one of the most common cancers found among young adults in the United States. The following information provides key facts regarding risks and incidence of melanoma, okay? Related infographics can be found here. That was by curemelanoma.org. For references, family, I give out references. curemelanoma.org, okay? Melanoma is the deadliest form of skin cancer, and it has increased dramatically over the past 3 decades. So again, this is about COVID-19 being exposed as the root and the underlying cause of immunological suppression, okay? Are black people getting sick from the sun? No, okay? They're not. They're getting sick from inorganic chemistry, which are those medicines that are made by pharmaceutical companies in laboratories. They don't come from nature, family. So that's the infraction. Let me see what we got. So the melanoma risk, according to the CDC, the incidences of melanoma has doubled during the past 3 decades in the United States. It says that one person dies of melanoma every hour, every day, okay? Your risk of melanoma is higher if one or more of your first-degree relatives, parents, brothers, sisters, or children had melanoma in the past, all right? Around 10% of all people with melanoma have a family history of the disease. So we know, family, that it is a genetically inherited disease, all right? Not like eating junk food and then you get sick. We talking about a genetically inherited predisposition, all right? So that's what's occurring. It says that melanoma is more than 20 times more common in whites than in blacks, all right? And this is by curemelanoma.org. That's the reference from which I'm reading, family. curemelanoma.org. Okay? Just said that melanoma is more than 20 times more common in whites than in blacks. That's for a reason, family. Now, overall, the lifetime of risk of getting melanoma is about 2.5%. Okay, 1 in 40 for whites. They're just going by their statistics. Is what they're saying. 1 in 1,000 for blacks, so even less common. All right, and 0.5%, 1 in 200 for Hispanics. All right, so it says 96,480 people in the United States are expected to be diagnosed with new melanomas in 2019. So it's been occurring every year. The rate of melanoma of skin cancer has risen drastically every year, family, since 2012. All right? And we remember that 2012 is when the Maya spoke about the beginning of the new age. Right? So it's an astrological thing, family. They spoke about our star system arriving at the galactic center, all right, at a specific time based on the Buktoon cycles. And then we see at year 2012 a spike in change in climate, all right, and disease began to run rampant because of the intensification of heat and radiation upon the earth on life forms that are not photosynthetic life forms, okay? So melanin is a conductor, a biochemical conductor of light, which allows organisms to process light energy into chemical energy, all right? And if you're not undergoing that process naturally, then there may be a conflict of interest. And normally it's a chemical incompatibility, all right? So your DNA ain't right if you're not interacting with the light, family. So it's that simple. So let me see what we got. Now, it says that tanning and sun damage, right? So, melanoma, skin cancer, BCC, basal cell carcinoma, and squamous cell carcinoma are forms of skin cancer that can occur from sunlight and tanning beds, all right? It says tanning beds increase your risk of melanoma by 75%, all right? So like I said, it's just letting us know that sunlight is not good for certain people's immune systems. That's what we see. And the more the temperature rises, the more we see immunological suppression. So don't let these people get on TV, get on the news, and tell you alternative facts, family. We see that sickness and disease has been on the rise with temperatures. All right? Now, let me see what we got. Now, I got to save some of this information. I'm going to do a part 2, family. I'm going to do a part 2 because I got to cover everything. And I'm trying to make sure I give y'all enough time to digest the information that was already put out. All right? So I got to give myself time to digest it too. It's wild. But we're going to get to it, family. So just so you guys get a chance, make sure you don't forget to visit www.cashapp.com, all right, / all caps OmniVision EDU 360, all right. Don't forget to hit that Cash App, okay, / OmniVision EDU 360, family. And this is independent research, black education for indigenous peoples. We cover scientific and historical literacy. We'll be doing this every Sunday and every Wednesday, okay, until further notice. Now, we'll be doing Sundays at 9. We'll be doing Wednesdays at 9 in the morning, all right? 9 p.m. on Sundays, 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. And we may add another day. But we're going to be building about the things that we see going on in the world from a scientific lens, all right? Black people are very intelligent people, all right? We built the pyramids, all right? We come from excellence, from black supremacy, all right? So I know we can come together and build and get some type of solution out of this, family, all right? So make sure y'all hit the Cash App and donate to OmniVision EDU 360, okay? $OMNIVISION EDU 360. All right. Also, feel free to check out my YouTube, which is www.youtube.com/The Nature Guide, Omni Amen Ashe, and that's spelled TheNaturegod space OMNIAMUNASE. All right. The Instagram is www.instagram.com/OmniOmnis. Lowercase o m n i s, lowercase o m n i s, with no spaces. All right. So y'all feel free to hit up those joints. My email is ltjones919@gmail.com. ltjones919@gmail.com. This is your brother Omnis with the bill, with the weekly bill, and it's been a pleasure. Love and light to all the brothers and sisters in the room, in the building. Your time and your energy is greatly appreciated. And we got more building to do. All right. So y'all stay tuned for Wednesday, and then we're going to do it again on Sunday. All right. So it's going down. Y'all get ready for that, family. Love and light, peace and blessings. Ashe.